Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's time for Star Wars to rise from its grave.
Apparently it rose last night, so...
The rising. Like yeast. It's a very yeasty...
The leavening of Star Wars.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the early reactions of the Rise of Skywalker. Of course, it had its premiere last night. It was a star-studded event with everybody except George Lucas.
Not really sure why.
I've heard he wasn't invited. I've heard he didn't want to go. It's not his story.
I wouldn't have been surprised if he didn't go, you know?
He's not a very
Even
social
if he
guy.
was invited, I don't think he would have gone.
Yeah, they were going to sit him next to Bob Iger, and he suddenly got the flu.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, hell no, I'm not going.
We don't know why he wasn't there, but he wasn't there.
So, this is going to be a spoilerish filled episode. We're going to talk about it.
So if you don't want to hear spoilers, turn this off now.
Yeah, I already got in trouble, and I felt really bad because we actually had... I did not realize that a person I'd actually done comic book commissions for in person at conventions followed Clownfish TV, because this is before we even started doing the channel, and she was pretty upset. I retweeted some photos, and she saw the photos and was like,
I didn't know anything about
damn.
this. You didn't tell me this.
No, and I felt really, really horrible about it, because I'm like, if you don't want to be spoiled, I don't want you to be spoiled.
Oh, I didn't even know that you did. I mean, see, that's why you should say spoilers.
Well, yeah, I was
sorry, that person who I'm not going to name names.
Yeah. Anyway, this is gonna have spoilers in it, or potential spoilers. Look, it's the movie that was leaked 4 months ago. You know, the one that they spent the last 4 or 5 months telling people they were full of shit about. That is the movie that you're getting this weekend.
Pretty much.
Just so you know.
Pretty much.
Just so you know, warts and all. That's what you're getting. Genital warts and all. So, at least with Claude. From Claude, yeah. So we're going to talk about it. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants if you have not done so already. We're at about 84,000 subs, hoping for 100,000 soon. Thank you so much. We do. Believe me, we talk about a lot more than Star Wars. It's the biggest thing going on this week. So this is really interesting. We're going to talk about actual spoilers, and then we're going to talk about reactions. But the reactions are not terribly good. They said it's rude to Rian Johnson.
Yeah, it did what we thought it was going to do. It was going to either, you know, people were mad about the Last Jedi, and now those people who love Last Jedi are going to be mad about Rise of Skywalker, and everybody else is just pissed in general. So, but of course it was the cherry-picked media who was allowed to attend the event, so they deliberately tried to stack the deck in their favor for, you know, opinions going into it.
Yeah, but you know what? It kind of backfired. Because this might actually wind up being a movie that, even if it makes a lot of money, it might not make anybody happy, because the original trilogy fans are pissed off at some of the decisions. And a lot of people, myself included, feel that the sequel trilogy is too far gone to be salvaged at this point. And then you have people who were thrilled with The Last Jedi, who spent years defending The Last Jedi, have a lot of those decisions just completely reversed. Yeah,
that's the thing. One thing that they keep saying is that Disney clearly was trying to undo Rian Johnson did. so they are trying to undo it, even though they kept claiming they were not going to do that.
That is going to be a documentary in a few years. You know, the time Disney tried to unfuck Star Wars.
It's already in there. You can't undo it.
You can't undo it. So anyway, fans of The Last Jedi will be disappointed to hear that J.J. Abrams course corrects. Ooh, them's fighting words. Course corrects the franchise in The Rise of Skywalker. So this is like really harsh. New York Times carpetbagger Kyle Buchanan responded on Twitter to The Rise of Skywalker by writing, the film could have only been ruder to Rian Johnson if they had motion smoothed it. IGN said, Laura Prudhomme added, the emotional highs are spectacular. There are a lot of payoffs. Some earned, some not. That seems to be the big one. But some choices feel like an unnecessary course correction from The Last Jedi, and some just plain don't make sense. I need to see it again. That's not exactly glowing praise.
No. But everybody keeps mentioning that they undid The Last Jedi, so... Yeah,
but it seems like what they had to do then to try to undo it is cram 2 movies into one. So this is basically episode 8 and 9 smushed together.
Right, what it would have been, episode 8 and 9, yeah.
Yeah, so they said it's the most convoluted Star Wars. I am really curious to see what the Rotten Tomatoes is going to be on this, because
Well, is it going to be real, though? I don't even care about Rotten Tomatoes, because quite frankly, I don't believe it for 1 minute it's going to be real audience opinion.
No, and I think we're going to have the audience score be artificially inflated again. You know what's interesting about this one, though, is that, yeah, people are you know, they're going to be disappointed because of The Last Jedi, but this is not the slam dunk I honestly, because you remember when The Last Jedi came out, it was near unanimous glowing praise from the media. And now I think a lot of these people, like we said before, they feel really stupid defending The Last Jedi, spending 2 years attacking people who didn't like The Last Jedi, only to have a lot of those decisions overruled.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of it was undone. And, you know, we'll see how this goes. Anyway.
While the film disappointed several critics, it still managed to impress others. Fandango!
Surprise! Fandango loved it. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, Fandango, that, you know, the CEO of Fandango, just a reminder, was a VP at Disney for many, many years. But Eric Davis loved it. Called The Rise of Skywalker a terrific finale and a wonderful way to end the Skywalker story.
What makes me mad is it wasn't just ending a trilogy. They're trying to make this the end of all the movies that George Lucas started, and it didn't need to be done in the first place because we already had an ending.
Yeah, and George Lucas himself was not there, probably because he's like, you know, I meant for Palpatine to stay dead, right?
I told people he's dead.
I told people he's dead. He's dead. Yeah, the first half feels like exposition. It does get better. And Lando rules all like 5 minutes of Lando.
We like Lando.
I like Lando. I like Billy D. Williams. There's so much plot, it feels so rushed.
And the Emperor stuff is weird.
The Emperor stuff is weird. Now, I have heard, this is before we get into straight on spoiler territory, I have heard they do not explain how Palpatine comes back.
I've heard that from a lot of people.
Like, they don't explain how Palpatine comes back, supposedly. They don't explain
There's
how...
a lot unexplained.
Yeah, how Maz Kanata got Luke's lightsaber and put it in the box. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Still processing. That's not glowing praise. This guy, though, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
could
you're
only have been ruder to Ryan Johnson if they had motion smoothed it. Yolanda says, so I'm not too surprised, and at times I felt too much fan service was given, but The Rise of Skywalker is everything and nothing you're expecting.
No, it's probably everything we're expecting because everybody knows what happens. We've known for months.
Yeah, Adam B. Very. All these blue checks. I'm going to need a minute to digest it. There's so much movie in this movie. But its best moments are the quietest and most human, giving this more of a think, though.
Well, it sounds to me like, okay, a couple things. Like you said, it's 8 and 9 smushed together. It's what would have been 8 and 9 crammed together. So it's almost like there's too much going on. Because it's crammed together, there's not enough explanation given on some important points, like how the hell did the Emperor get there?
Did they explain the First Order?
I don't know.
I mean, I would like to know where they came from.
And people are mad because they undid a lot of The Last Jedi, which needed to be undone because, frankly, it was shit. Anyway. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, epic. This is Fandango. Again, CEO of Fandango.
Fandango, who owns Rotten Tomatoes.
Disney executive, former Disney executive is in charge of Fandango. Just so you know. Disclosure. The Rise of Skywalker is a terrific finale that's just stuffed with so much of everything: action, adventure, answers, humor, heart, love, and grit. I spent the entire second half with tears in my eyes. A wonderful way to end the Skywalker
He and Kevin Smith crying about it.
Was he crying with Kevin Smith?
Anyway, go ahead.
It's a lot. It's 9 movies.
Yeah.
9 movies in one.
Everybody keeps saying it's a lot.
It's a lot of movie. Tons to love here. No shortage of crowd-pleasing moments, but also quite a bit to I loved it. So this is funny. The Rise of Skywalker has everything you want and more, which I don't think is a good thing. I loved parts. I didn't love others. And I'm leaving the theater very, very conflicted about it. This is coming from Gizmodo.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't like much of anything in The Last Jedi. I was at The Force Awakens for me. I liked parts. I didn't like other parts. And I kind of left leaving conflicted because to me it was just too much of a rehash of the original trilogy.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate it. Like, I liked parts. I didn't. That's kind of how I felt with The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi, no, hell no.
Yeah, the thing with The Last Jedi was, it was weird. Like, I really, my gut feeling leaving the theater was like, damn it, they did Luke dirty. And then after thinking about it more, I'm like, I'm actually legitimately pissed off about this movie. Like, at first I was like, well, maybe it had some good parts. And the more I thought about it, it's like, no, it fucked everything up.
This next comment, the ending. It's the most original trilogy movie since the original trilogy. Well, no, there's not going to be an original trilogy movie since the original trilogy because it just isn't going to happen.
There is good in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, but there is more that is disappointing. There are a number of choices that just don't track fan service, that just doesn't work, and ignore details that are missed, like how Palpatine comes back.
Yeah, I'm bummed.
I'm bummed. And he is writing for Cinema Blend. And here's the Cinema Blend official account. The Rise of Skywalker is a drastic departure from The Last Jedi.
Well, let's be honest here. It needed to be a drastic departure from The Last Jedi.
Yeah, it's not as invigorating as The Force Awakens. It's a movie packed with action, but also jammed with fan service. Star Wars fans brace for the debates. This does not sound like a glowing...
Race for the debates. This isn't gonna get good.
This is gonna be years of drama. Now here we go.
Let's all unite under the Mandalorian and forget this shit.
Yeah, can we just like
all of the classic trilogy, all of the prequels? We can love the Mandalorian and we'll just like a dog kick dirt on that shit from the other stuff. You know.
I think Disney's already stepped over the sequel trilogy. I really do. I think they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna get this one out the door, and then we're already focusing on what's beyond this.
I mean, I liked Rogue One. And I didn't mind Solo. I don't think it was the best movie, but I don't think it was terrible. I mean, compared to these other ones, yeah, I agree. I think it should have been a show. But, these, I'm just like, kick some dirt on it.
Yeah.
Call
kick
it a
some
day.
dirt on it.
Call it a day.
Kick some dirt on the grave. Okay, so now we got spoilers, guys. Big spoilers.
So if you don't want to see spoilers, you might want to go away now.
So pretty much
We still love you.
Yeah, we still love you. Clownfish loves you. So yeah, anyway, everything that we talked about before with the spoilers coming through YouTubers, like Doomcock, etc., and Reddit, the leaks from Reddit, they're all true. They're all true.
It's true, all of it.
All of it's true. Rey gets her yellow lightsaber, which she makes out of parts from Luke and Leia's lightsaber. It's yellow.
Because it's gold like she deserves.
It's the color of piss.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, she's gonna piss all over the Skywalker legacy now. So yeah, the ending is the ending that we've been afraid of. The ending is the ending where Rey takes everything. She gets everything. She gets a Skywalker name. She didn't earn it. She's not a Skywalker by blood. She's a Palpatine.
But that's okay, because Luke and Leia's ghosts are there saying it's all right.
Yeah, Luke and Leia are giving their consent. Giving their consent for her to walk off with Luke's house, which I don't even know how to be standing.
No, I don't either. 40 years later.
Did she have to kick out the Jawa squatters? I mean, is that where Claude's hanging out? Is he on, Tatooine squatting? Like, there's a big dick in this house, and I need to get rid of him. The Sith holocron, which is basically the Wayfinder, and we had the magic dagger. Again, we've got Luke and Leia's lightsabers, which get cannibalized for parts.
They don't even have they're not even you put them in like a shrine or something. Here's their lightsabers. No, we make another one from them.
Yeah, I know, right? This is everything in a nutshell. Like, we're just gonna take some bits and pieces of better Star Wars, cobble it together, and make something we're gonna pass off as new.
And better.
But it's better. This one's yellow, the color of piss, or gold. Depends on.
I would have said gold, so you said that.
Gold leader. Piss leader. I'm sorry. Palpatine in his magic floaty chair. And all these other photos.
Yeah. Kylo now has a blue lightsaber.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Leia's, I guess. But all these leaks that these are fake. It's all fake. It's just Photoshop magic. Photoshop magic. Bullshit. This is supposed to be the opening crawl. If this is the opening crawl, this is some serious cringe.
It can't be the real one.
I don't know. We'll see. Eventually, whenever we feel like going to see this, not opening weekend. I don't have any interest in seeing this movie. So, the dead speak. Okay, people were joking that this was going to be Plan 9 from outer space. The dead speak is the first thing. Galaxy has heard a mysterious broadcast. Revenge is coming from Palpatine for no reason. No reason whatsoever.
Yeah, he just shows up and is going to go after revenge. And no one's like, what the hell? How did he get here?
The Phantom Emperor. Oh my god. So here's the list of spoilers. This is where it gets good. So here we go. This is posted out on Reddit.
But it was the user. This guy on Twitter said it first, and they put a list on Reddit.
Right. This is a guy who has seen it.
Okay. This is the premiere.
Good God. Okay. Are we gonna go through all these?
I don't know. Just put a link. But they said, here's what he has. Yes, Kylo dies after his redemption. Kylo revives Rey. They smile at each other. She says Ben, and they kiss. And he disappears like Luke when he dies. They don't say I love you. However, I do think having Kylo with his mom's lightsaber, if that's Leia's lightsaber, and then fighting, I like that. That I like. But
okay, we'll take turns. Okay, so that's one. Rey's the granddaughter of Palpatine.
Papa Palpatine.
Papa Palpatine takes the name Rey Skywalker at the end. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Having Rey and BB-8 at the end isn't explained. Finn and Poe are alive. They're not with her in the final scene.
Right, why would they be? Because it's all about Rey. It's always about Rey.
It's always
you
about
know, when we had the final scene of, Return of the Jedi, they were all together. They were celebrating. They were happy. You know, the one that actually was the end of the story.
Yeah.
And they all were together, and they were all friends, and yay, we won! And now it's just Rey. Like it's always been, just Rey.
We had the twin sons scene at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Do we have to do it again?
No, apparently.
Apparently, we have to do it again.
Oh, I'm supposed to read next.
You're supposed to read the next one.
Leia and Kylo have no scenes together. Rey stabs Kylo during their fight. The same moment Leia dies, Rey cries and heals him after.
Lightning crashes. No. Anyway, Han is in the movie. Anakin's voice is in the movie. Just his voice.
There's a lot of just voices in the movie.
There you go.
Oh, you can't hide Rey, not from me, line from Kylo. Do we have to read all these?
No.
Kylo holds her sweetly when he brings her back to life and says the Force bond is stronger than ever.
Sweetly, I thought it said sweatily.
Sweetly, no, that's the other
Kylo's,
There's
he's
no
just
naked
sweating.
chest for no reason. That was it. Jana
Jana,
is not confirmed to be his Lando's daughter, because there's more than one black family in Star Wars.
The Knights of Ren are hardly in the movie, so they make a big deal about the Knights of Ren, and they're hardly in the movie. They don't even fight Palpatine. He just shoots lightning into the sky.
Yeah, basically from what I was reading was that she kind of just volleys lightning back onto him, and that's how
So wait. They don't explain where the fuck Palpatine came from, how he survived a headfirst dive into a bottomless pit, explodes into blue smoke, and then they blow up the Death Star he's on. So he's like really beyond dead. They don't explain that. And he basically blows himself up.
Not intentional. I think she volleys it back. I'm not really understanding it. I'm just telling you what these things say.
That is some serious shit.
I don't know. These are all what they're saying. It says we haven't seen it, so I don't know. Nobody ends up with anyone or a romantic sense at the end of the movie.
Because we can't have that.
Doesn't explain how Palpatine's back. He created Snoke, and there are a couple tanks with Snoke clones in them.
Nothing else is explained. Mm-hmm. There's tanks with Snoke clones. That's kind of a big deal. But no, kids, you have to go buy the comics and the books and the video games.
That's probably what they're going to do. I am betting you money.
And they're going to have a whole series about these Snoke clones trying to take over
that's
from
what they're going to do.
Because
that's exactly what they're going to do. I guarantee it. Kylo's reaction after seeing Rey dead, panicked and hurt. It was well acted, but still awkward because of pacing.
Oh, God. After the redemption, Ben doesn't have any lines. Rey low moments are honestly moments where it could have been so hot if they'd been handled. Oh, God. Only the Force Goose. The Force Goose. We've jumped the goose. Only the Force Ghost of Luke and Leia are at the end. Leia's last word is Ben.
Well, as a mom, I can understand that.
I am still... Look, I'm going to tell you again. There is no way in hell Han and Leia would have named their kid Ben because Ben Kenobi meant jack shit.
I know. I thought that was odd, too. I mean, that would have been Luke would have used it.
Luke would have named his kid Ben. Unless, like...
Well, no. Remember, Ben was friends of her family. He served her family in the Clone Wars. And he got them there to get her.
But that was Obi-Wan. Why didn't you name your kid Obi?
That's true. Obi-Wan. You're
Obi
right.
Solo.
You're right. You're right. Obi-Wan makes sense, but not Ben. You're right. Yeah, they all knew him as Obi-Wan, not Ben.
They saw him get killed. Like, Leia didn't even really talk, right? He gets killed. And Luke is sad for about 2 minutes, and then he just
knew him as old Ben, I mean?
Right. That doesn't even make just a huge thing a huge issue I have with The Force Awakens. Palpatine wants Rey to kill him, she doesn't. Rey just reflexes lightning back until what the fuck?
Ben gets yeeted into a pit. I just want to.
Ben gets yeeted.
I just want to appreciate the use of the word yeeted.
Ben gets yeeted into the pit. Luke's ghost appears to catch Rey's saber.
Yes. Okay, this is down here. He mentions it again when she tries to throw it away. Because if you go down further, they're talking about when she goes to Octu to be like Luke and isolate herself and destroys her ship. So he catches her saber when she throws it away, and then he's the one that raises his X-wing out of the water, and she can take it back.
Okay, couple things here. One, if you're gonna raise the fucking X-Wing out of the water, you should have did it yourself and showed your ass up in person in the last movie, Luke. Two, how long has that X-Wing been there?
I know, how can it fly? I know. The force bubble has been around it. It was like Avatar: Last Airbender. It was a bubble around it, protecting it, or something.
I mean, it would be all mossy, and like he's had that X-wing there for like 20 years. It's going to be waterlogged. They're not waterproof, are they?
No, I don't know.
Is that new canon now? Disney canon? The X-Men wings are waterproof.
The X-Men's waterproof.
The X-Men's waterproof. Yeah.
Hux is R.I.P. He was revealed as a spy because he basically wanted to tear Kylo down. Well, can you blame him? He helped Finn and Poe escape. He's killed by that Pride guy. Rey did fight Dark Rey, which was a vision, which we all called that.
There's an LGBTQ moment in the movie. There's a woman that's close to Leia and Holdo. She kisses a woman in the back.
Do we care?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cared about that. I mean, it was like, I don't think anybody had a problem with that to begin with. Anyway, yeah, but she's like wanting to take Ben's hand, not Kylo's hand, and Finn supposedly liked Rey.
God, then Han comes back as a flashback. This is just bullshit. Ben destroys Rey's Wayfinder and pisses her off. List of deaths. Bulio, Hux, Pride, Leia, Ben, Snap, Wexley. Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Rey temporarily and Palpatine. Because, he got zapped by his own lightning. This is just Ben comes to save her for becoming Empress.
Wait, the deaths wouldn't. What is it? Oh yeah, Ben. Okay, sorry.
Wait, he wanted her to be Empress Palpatine?
Mm-hmm. Apparently. No, he wants to save her from becoming Empress Palpatine.
Okay, they do have the flashback scene of Luke training Leia. I was wondering about that because apparently Mark Hamill was salty. They cut most of his
you'll like
flashbacks.
the next one. Knights of Ren.
The Knights of Ren gang up on Kylo and they're beating him when Rey initiates a force bond and gives him a lightsaber through. How the hell?
I knew you'd like that one.
Wait. So, oh my God. So Luke didn't have to phone it in. Luke could have just teleported his actual lightsaber and freaking just stabbed Kylo Ren in the last. What the hell? Mm-hmm. What are the rules of this trilogy?
I have no idea. Lando flies the Falcon and brings a bunch of ships to the big fight at the end, like he did in Return of the Jedi.
Because
yeah, Kylo and Chewie have no scenes together. Rey stole Ben's ship on the Death Star and takes it to Ahch-To to hide out forever, like Luke. So she destroys it so she can't leave. Then she goes to throw her saber into the flames, but Ghost Luke catches it and gives her Leia's saber, and then lifts the X-wing out of the water. That's how Rey gets off Ahch-To. And then she has Leia's saber, and she probably gives that to Kylo later because he has his mom's saber later. It looks like.
At least 3PO gets his memory back. I was worried about.
They don't kill 3PO.
They don't blow 3PO up.
So that made me happy. At least they don't kill 3PO. Because I thought that was ass bullshit if they did. Rey's parents did sell her on Jakku, but then Palpatine is her grandpa, so he hunted him down and killed him.
Oh God.
Kylo's want to tell her about her parents. She's like, "You're lying," and he's like, "I never lied to you," and she believes him.
Kylo, I killed Snoke. I'll kill you too. Palpatine, I created Snoke. I've got a whole tank full of Snokes over here.
Yeah, that's like I can do whatever I want. That one's dead now. Kylo and Rey pass on together. They disappear at the same time, like Luke. Like her spirit was waiting for Ben. She was waiting for Ben to die.
They die together.
Hux tells Finn to shoot him in the arm to convince Pride and Kylo that he'd been ambushed, and then Finn shoots him in the leg, and later Pride shoots him in the chest. Nice. You'll love this one. Rey and Poe arguing. Poe was mad that BB-8 was banged up, and Rey was mad the Falcon was banged up, and Rey had this funny sarcastic smile and said, "You know what you are? You're difficult. You're a difficult man."
You're a difficult man. That's going to be on a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. You're just anybody who doesn't like this movie and doesn't like Reylo is a difficult man.
You're a misogynist.
You're a difficult man. What the shit is this shitty shit show?
Well, anyway, it goes on. There's a whole bunch of things. We didn't read all of them.
I love this, though. This person has very negative feelings on the movie.
As do a lot of fans.
A lot of their tweets might be somewhat biased because of that. Many are about their own opinions on the movie, so I will not be including those. Everyone should form their own opinion after paying for and seeing it themselves. Once we get your money, you can think anything about this damn movie you want to. Just don't keep other people from spending money on it too.
I mean, my takeaway would be, listen to what the general audiences say, listen to what your friends say that see it, listen to people that actually go, that you trust their opinion on, and base your opinion on whether or not you're going to go based off of that. Don't listen to the media. Hell, don't even listen to us. Go talk to people, general public, and see what they say. And then, make your decision off of that.
Oh, God. So, yeah. It's this is funny though, but there was a standing ovation. Maybe people were happy it was over because it doesn't sound like there's universal praise.
Everybody else started. They probably had a plant in the audience to stand up, and if you have some stand up, everybody's gonna stand up because they don't want to look rude. They're just like, thank God it's over. Woo!
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm I don't want to see this movie.
J.J. Abrams told the audience for the film played that he was mostly terrified to show the movie, which was 2.5 hours long.
Just like Ed Wood was.
I'm sure, no, to be fair, I'm sure he was terrified because everything was leaked already. People weren't happy about it. He was kind of put in a bad place, too, because he had set up one way. It was completely, golden. Yeah. And then, because I'm saying what you say. And then he had to make it work. So,
God, you know what? I was really hoping those leaks weren't true. Because I'm like, this cannot be the way that they're going to end. And the fact that they don't even explain who the hell Palpatine is,
well, you
where he came
forgot the
from.
one part where everybody told her. We forgot the one part that was really important. There it is, right there.
Oh, God, yeah. How can I forget this?
Yeah, this is kind of important.
I actually sent this to you because I was so disgusted. In the scene where the voices of the Jedi come to aid Rey.
The voices of the Jedi.
The voices of the Jedi, because they can't afford to get everybody on screen. They tell her to rise.
Like the Rise of Skywalker.
And that she has all of the power of the Jedi. All of it. Anakin's voice is there. So is Ahsoka's voice.
I was going to say, they wouldn't have gotten Ahsoka in there, in person.
She has all the power of the Jedi. So basically, Rey...
Yoda's voice is there, too. All of that. Even Obi-Wan and Mace Windu's there, too.
So she becomes a super Jedi. She becomes a super Jedi with all the... This is... Somebody said before that, she's trying to get out of the Sith tomb or whatever, Mum-Ra's pyramid, because Palpatine's like Mum-Ra now, I guess. And she's trying to get out, and she's got, all kinds of super moves and shit because she has the collective power of all of the Jedi.
Even the voiceover that Luke does... all the powers of, whatever it was, 3,000
generations live in you.
Yeah.
Now, you're the superest super Jedi ever. You get a special yellow lightsaber.
I mean, he was
get my house, you get my ship.
He was the last Jedi. Why did anybody tell him? Why weren't they all coming to Luke and saying, 1,000 generations of Jedi live in you, Luke? If that's how it works.
So is she the new chosen one now?
This is very Avatar of them.
This is so stupid. This has got... Look. I remember very well the backlash against The Last Jedi, and that was after the media was just gushing over this movie. Because of course they do, because you don't get invited back to Disney premieres if you don't gush over the movie.
I mean, heck, those blog people were telling everybody, how do you get to be an influencer? You have to gush and kiss their ass. Because if you're negative, they won't bring you in.
So, I have to wonder what the actual opinion on this movie is going to be.
That's what I want to see. I want to see what the general audience's opinion is going to be. And not by Rotten Tomatoes. Because Rotten Tomatoes, you can wipe your ass with the reviews there.
Yeah, it just sounds like a cluster. I mean, I'm just at this point, the sequel trilogy to me is Apocrypha. George didn't even bother going to the thing, or he didn't. I'm sure they did invite him. He's just probably like, fuck you guys. This isn't what I wanted to do.
Well, it looked really bad they didn't invite him.
Yeah, so he's out. George is out.
I won't probably see this. I mean, if I see it, it'll be later. I am not going opening weekend. And this is the only one I haven't gone opening weekend for.
20 years. We should do a Star Wars sit-out live stream or something. 20 years since the special editions. Every weekend we have gone to, both of us, even before we got married, have gone to see Star Wars premieres opening weekend, usually opening night.
Okay, I did not go to the Phantom Menace opening because I was doing my student teaching, but you did. So
I did.
I did miss that one on opening.
But
that's only because I had to work.
Yeah, well, I took 2 days off of work to go. I took a day off to get tickets and a day off.
They don't let you do that for student teaching.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. My job was, I was a web designer. My job was a little more flexible, but still, this will be the first Star Wars movie that I don't give a shit if I see this movie or not. Mm-hmm. I really don't. In fact, I think I'm more...
I want to see it more than you do.
I don't want to see it at all. I
but
don't...
after seeing this, I'm kind of like... I don't know. I don't know if I'll even bother.
The last movie for me was the death knell for most of my interest in Star Wars, except for The Mandalorian, but I know they're going to screw it up at some point.
I'm going to try to be optimistic, so don't jinx it.
This one's not going to be good. Mm-mm. There's no way. There's no way. The damage is done. It's a mortal... The Last Jedi was a mortal stab wound, and they're just putting, little Dora the Explorer Band-Aids on this mortal stab wound. It's bleeding out. This is the best they can do with what they have left to work with, and It's going to be a movie. It's not going to make anybody happy. Might make them a lot of money. It might make a lot of money.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think it's going to come out with really no one's happy with this. I think our hope's on the Mandalorian at this point.
Baby Yoda, you're our only hope.
Pretty much, so.
All right, so we're going to wrap this one up?
Yeah.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. I'm sure we will have more Star Wars coverage this week because we're going to watch this thing with great interest.
That's right.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.